Hey my scrappy friends, it is Melinda here with you today. I have something a little bit, it's quite different for me actually, but I am sharing one of my master's entry layouts for you. I don't know what's happened with the magazine. There's lots of speculation going around, but I did record a couple of my process videos. I did apply for the master's competition this year. And so this was for task 2 for a vintage style layout. Now, if you've been following me, you know vintage is not really my style. So this task in itself seriously challenged me. I kind of just went, do I really even want to bother applying? So I am super, super happy with the end result. I love it. Like, seriously, I love this page. It's beautiful. If I do say so myself, I don't know if I meant to say that about my own page, but that's okay. So, as you can see, I've started with a 7 dots studio paper. I think I applied a coat of clear gesso, and as you can see, I've used a Tim Holtz stencil with some Colour Blast colour paste in leather. I did do a Google search on vintage scrapbook layouts, and I took away lots of florals, lace, doilies, browns, creams, and that's kind of what I ran with. So I've got this beautiful photo of my Nan and Pop when they were married. My Pop passed away a couple of years ago in December, so this was quite a challenge for me on many different levels. But like I said, I'm really happy with the end result, and I think that I did well with the task of vintage. I decided that after I mounted that photo on a doily that I need a little bit more of that texture in the background. So I've just gone back in with the same colour and the same stencil and added a couple more roses. You can see on my stencil I have used some washi tape to washi off the bits that I don't want to get. I think Mel over on the Colour Blast blog shared that she did this, and I was like, oh my goodness, that is genius. So Mel, if you're watching, thank you. I stole your idea. I'm just adding a couple more bits of extra texture here, and I did dry that off with a heat tool. I was really careful to make sure I didn't overheat it because I didn't want it to bubble, because that, to me, that didn't really represent vintage. So I am going to finish it off there. Okay, so I'm not sure what happened to my footage, but it looks like I've added some splatters again with the leather, and I've used the Colour Shimmer pot for that. Just activated it with water and sprinkled away with a paintbrush, adding a little bit of dimension to my photograph. Now you can see that I've got a little container of goodies there that I think that I'm going to use. This piece has been in my stash for, I'm going to say literally since I started scrapbooking. When I first started scrapbooking, I wasn't scrapbooking, I was card making, and it eventuated into scrapbooking, and I actually bought this, I think, for a card. Never used it. So I thought that the pearls and the soft pink were perfect for this page, and so I pulled them in. As you can see, I just cut that. I end up cutting it into 3 pieces. As you can see, I used 2 pieces. And I've got the third piece that I have no idea what I'm going to do with, but I've got it in my stash. I've got some beautiful lace here, just a couple of different pieces, and some of these, can't remember what they're called, but they're spirally gold. They're beautiful. I love them. I got them from Delish Scraps, and I'm just adding those in as well. My chippy is from Dusty Attic. My flowers, I'm not sure where they're from. I have had those in my stash for a long time. That heart is obviously a Charms Creation heart with a butterfly on it, and again I went with the creams. While I'm just playing with embellishments here, I got a new microphone for Christmas. Totally unexpected, quite a surprise from my husband, or Santa. So let me know how the voiceover is. Hopefully it's better and not worse, because better is always good. So just let me know in the description box. My title, I decided I was going to emboss, and I started with leather embossing powder and my Versamark ink pad. I'm going to heat set that. You can see that I've randomly just smooshed my Versamark on there again and add some bling for an extra bit of colour and bling. I will reheat set that, and then while that's still hot, I just applied a bit more of the leather just to bring back some more of that colour. And I did the same to the word love as well. So I was like, how am I going to keep this exactly where I want it? So I just cut away some of the backing and I stuck that part of the pearl flourish down, and then I pull the rest away. You'll see later that I moved that. I don't know why. Obviously it was not in the right place for me. I've grabbed my dark brown chalk ink and I'm just inking around the edges of the photo here because I thought that just added to the sepia effect. Sepia, I don't know, whichever it is. I'm going to use my hot glue gun to stick everything down here. Now, like I've already mentioned, this is not normally my style. I have no idea what I'm doing and I'm just hoping for the best. This layer, I'm not sure if I mentioned it already, will not be going into an album. I've already put it in a frame. I actually have my nan here on Christmas Day. So today is the 29th of December. I'm not sure when I'm going to get around to sharing this. But I had my nan here on Christmas Day and I showed her this page in the frame. And now, I don't mean to offend anyone, but, you know, weird things happen to our bodies as we get older, and her eyes were teary, and whether she was just leaking or whether she had a tear in her eye, I'm not sure. But like I said, this was a bit of a labour of love for me, a bit different for me, and yeah, so I think that she appreciated it as well. This photo of my grandparents, I just love it. It is absolutely beautiful. I've got some more bits and pieces from my stash that I'm adding in here. That's just a pearl strand, and again I'm using my hot glue gun. Here we go. I'm going to move that pearl flourish. Like I said, I'm not really sure why. I think that I decided that the top bit was a little bit too high, and that's why I move it. I'm really impressed that it came up again in one piece. And just reapplying that. I'm going to stick my title down. And I'm just going to use my Scotch tacky glue for that. I love this stuff. It's my favourite. Just holding that in place for a second to make sure it does stick. I decided that I needed a few more splatters, so again I've reactivated my leather colour shimmer pot, grabbed a paintbrush, and I'm just going to do a few more splatters. I also add a few in the bling. Didn't want to get too heavy-handed with the bling. I just didn't feel that it needed a lot, so I've just done... Oh, I'm not working on splatters. I decided to add a bit of colour to those flowers, and again I've just used my colour shimmer pots with a paintbrush, and I'm just literally, I just mushed the colour on. I decided that I need a little bit of depth of colour. I went in with my leather, then I had a panic and went, oh my goodness, it's way too dark. You'll see in a sec. And I grab out the bling again and just go over some of that that leather. You can't, it's not real easy to see in the video. You can kind of see it in the photos, but the florals, I think that they just turn out beautiful with that extra colour on top. I love them. I think this is the end of the process video. I'm pretty sure that I do my splatters and then call it done. There will be close-ups. So I hope that you enjoyed seeing this. I hope that my voiceover sounds better. Thank you as always for stopping by. I really do appreciate all the time everyone takes to watch my videos. Have a fantastic scrappy day, and I shall see you again in the very near future. Bye!